So, yo, 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 yo. You know, while there's only a couple people in here, I'm going to get me my drink. Now, how did I come back to one less person? Shit. Go Lakers. I can't name one player on the Lakers other than LeBron and the white guy we just got. Thank you, Jake Hudson. You're a good man. You are a comedy soldier, much like myself. The Black Plague. Hi. Always nice to have someone named the Black Plague in here. We welcome all in the Earl world. I talk to everyone. I watched the first match was great. It was a fatal four-way between Speedball Mike Bailey, Orange Cassidy, Mark Davis, and I'm forgetting the fourth, and Ricochet. So what up, Sean? Hello. Grace, nice to meet you. What up, recruits with the American flag? I don't know who Albert is. Oh, I see. It's Bumbaclot. You bet cash, you lose cash, you pay cash, Pitmobile. Why don't you take it out on Tinkerbell, Al? You always liked Tinkerbell. Ooh, she's blushing. For those of you wondering what that was about, is me and Bumbaclot like to quote lines to each other from the Mexican Star Wars prison movie, Blood In, Blood Out. Hey, midnight is ticking and you're on the clock, bitch. If it's, what did he say? If it's me you want, then I'm the man you're looking for. Yeah, it really is the Mexican Godfather. It's like, my favorite fast food restaurant. I was talking about this, I think, last night in the stream. I would say Chick-fil-A. Their chicken sandwich is pretty good, and I like their fries. I'm subscribed. I don't know why, but I'm bored, so I'll just stay watching you talk. You know, you can unsubscribe with that attitude. Please don't unsubscribe. Bro looks like he drinks non-alcoholic beer. I do not drink any beer, be it non-alcoholic or the real beer. Well, Wagon, you're coming in a little too hot for my taste. Why is my voice so low? I don't know. Ask my mom and dad. EA Sports. It's in the game. I'm just kidding around, Spunk. I can talk back to you guys. You know, you guys give me a little shit, I give it back. We're just chilling. There's not a lot of Raising Cane's out here. They were going to make Norm's, which is a old school late night diner on La Cienega, just below, I think, Melrose, a Raising Cane's, but the people protested. Message hell for review. Let's get it on. You're not kissing me unless you got big tits and a pussy. All right, man. That's so unfunny. I'm going to show everyone else how unfunny it is. You got to be funny if you're going to say stuff in here. I don't know who that is, so the insult is lost on me because I don't know who that is. That's the great thing about not knowing a lot of cool, hip shows and things that you guys like is I don't really know what they mean. Yeah, I know the the Punjabi prison match, the Great Khali in WWE. None that I know of. None that I know of. I am not Indian. So there you are. I think you guys are trolling a little too hard, a little too soon for the trolling. You guys got to warm up, be a little funnier, and then, then we can troll together. I don't, Mr. Mahomes. I don't. Light Savvy, it wasn't funny the first time. It's not any funnier the second time. My sound is heavy. Well, this is just my voice. EA Sports. It's in the game. I get paid for my heavy voice. Thank you very much. I've never been in a bunkhouse stampede. There's a lot of weird people in the stream tonight. I gotta be honest with you. Well, he should get into voiceovers, even at 5 years old. That's a good move. Trust me on that one. This is a copy of Siri. I can't do the Siri voice, but I can do Arby's. We've got the meats. And if you like cartoons, I'm the father, Barry Jelly, on Tyler the Creator's The Jellies. It's on Adult Swim, HBO Max, and the Cartoon Network. Recruits, I can say everything, but I can't just say random stuff, Then everyone's going to say this, say that, say this, say that. I am a voice actor. As a matter of fact, let me guys show you my cartoon I'm on. That's my cartoon. The Jellies. I'm the father in the mustache. That's my wife, Debbie, my daughter, and my son, Cornell. Now, my wife is played by A.J. Johnson. My daughter, the little girl with the pink hair, is played by the rapper Kylo Kish. And my son is played by Phil Lamar, a voiceover legend. So it was a very fun show to work on, and the show never got canceled. So, Tyler is interesting enough to go, fuck it, let's just bring it back. Yes, I have kids from this. I have cartoon kid. I have a cartoon daughter. Yes. Yeah, Phil Lamar is like it's hard to describe him. He is like the Tommy Lee Jones of the cartoon world. I mean, he's literally in hundreds of things. So, Mad TV, Pulp Fiction, The Jellies, just like tons of movies, obviously cartoons are animated movies. So to have him be my son on the show and to get to do direct scenes with him, it was like a voiceover masterclass for free. So it was really an honor to get to perform with him. And I wish the Jellies was still going. It just wasn't. Like I said, Tyler's he's so creative and busy that I think he has I don't know if it would be considered ADD or ADHD, or he just gets bored and it's like, okay, this cartoon's a hit, let's do something else. So, but I can't complain. He treated me incredibly nicely. So, it was a super fun project to be on. Yeah, maybe I could be the next Mel Blanc. rock and roll pneumonia. Call out the doctor. Dr. Love, you need my love, baby, oh so bad. You're not the only one I ever had. And if you say you want to set me free, why don't you know you'll be in misery? You know why? They call me Dr. Love. I ate 8 burgers when I was 6. Interesting. The first season, it was spliced together. When we went, now that was on his phone app. And then when we went to Adult Swim, we did it all together. And it was awesome. Because we all got along, you know. And you wouldn't think we're all coming from 3 different or 4 different, Kylo Kish is this great female rapper. And Phil Lamar's like a, very veteran savvy actor, and so is AJ Johnson, and I'm new to the voiceover world at the time, so but we just all got along. I think because the very first time I met them, I think the actors just assumed that everyone on the show is going to be black, kind of like Kevin Hart's show. And when I walked into the room, they were like, "Do you know where Earl is? He's playing Barry Jelly." I'm like, "Yeah, I know where he is." And they're like, all 3 staring at me going, "I'm him." And they all 3 at the same time said, "You're white." I'm like, "Well, you guys are black." And so we all got along. EA Sports, it's in the game. What are your neighbors like? My neighbors are cool. I mean, my neighbor to my right is into politics. She's like a consultant. I'm not sure what the neighbor to my left does, but she's very cool. She has a dog, so we get along. I remember My Name is Earl. I didn't watch it that much. I don't know. I didn't really. I don't know. I just didn't like. It's not even that I didn't like it. I don't know. It just wasn't my cup of tea. My dog is sleeping right now. I've seen Anderson Cooper naked at the Equinox Gym many years ago. Not sure if he still goes there or not. That is a very interesting question. My dad's best friend was named Earl Ranft. R-A-N-F-T. Ranft. So I was named after him. He died in a plane crash, which is probably why I had a tremendous fear of flying for a large part of the earlier part of my life. But now I love flying. I love going to airports, man. Just all the people and, hi, Earl, do you like Oreo cookies? I used to as a kid. I probably haven't had an Oreo cookie in 30 years. Well, I'm a Skakel. I'm not a Kennedy, so... Yeah, rant. As a Kennedy, what's your thoughts on who killed JFK? Well, I mean, it's really, I don't think we'll ever know, to be honest with you, to be frank. I mean, when you break it down, okay, who were his enemies at the time? Russians hated him. The mob hated him. The Cubans hated him. Some people in the CIA hated him. So I think those are the foremost candidates. And it could have been a common, and the Middle East didn't exactly like him either. Now I don't think they had the wherewithal to pull off something like that, but that might go more towards RFK. But I think Lee Harvey Oswald was. It's now coming out in these unreleased documents that Jack Ruby met with him like 3 weeks before the killing. That's something I'd never heard. Petra Verkijk. I've seen some of the Friday the 13th movies. That's Verkijk, Verkaik. She was a big playmate in the late 80s, I think early 90s. She was like my favorite playmate of all time. Just huge natural tits. Do you think Ethel would be disappointed in Bobby? No, she'd be proud of him. Listen, whether you like RFK Jr. or not, he's an outlier. He said, he knows what he says is going to ostracize him from his family, and he don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say what I want to say. You're either on board or you're not. Yeah, I mean, she's beautiful. Because she wasn't the typical playmate, blonde, bone thin with fake tits. Her tits, I'm going to guess her, because I dated a girl about a year ago who had a very similar body to hers. I'm going to guess her bra size was something in the neighborhood of 34H, which this girl I dated was. I mean, it's a sight. Yes, I much prefer Shocker to Friday the 13th. Great soundtrack. I'm not sure why Shocker, I remember, the story behind why Shocker was created. That's a great question, or it sucks. I will answer it in 2 seconds. Shocker was created because Wes Craven was fucked over on money by the Nightmare on Elm Street series. I think New Line Cinema. He got fucked over in some capacity. It's kind of like Rocky. Stallone doesn't get any money from the Rocky movies. That's crazy to me. He starred and directed most of them. So Wes Craven was like, fuck you guys. I'll just make my own. I'll make my new Freddy Krueger. And, this is 1989 now. I live in Los Angeles. Horace Pinker. Check it out, Lisa. It's a good campy horror movie from '89. So I live in Los Angeles. So the big place at that time to go see movies was Westwood. And there was one billboard in particular that if you got this billboard, what up I am, your movie stood a good chance of success. And Shocker got that billboard. It was in the middle of Westwood. It was like the big, almost like Hollywood sign type building or billboard sign. And it just, I don't know, it had a great soundtrack. It's very 80s metal, which was still pretty big in '89. I don't know. I'm not sure why it didn't do that well. Kind of an interesting, when the premise is he gets his power through electricity. And Horace Pinker was played by the great Mitch Pileggi, who's gone on to do tons of things. Sons of Anarchy, the remake or the reboot of Dallas. And it's just Peter Berg, who's now a huge actor, director. Some movies, I mean, I think it's as good as the first Nightmare on Elm Street. But, and like the special effects director, I guess, quit halfway through the film. So if you watch the end, probably the last 20 minutes of Shocker, you'll notice the special effects are pretty wonky. And that's because they basically, couldn't get anyone to do the special effects, so they all kind of winged it. But yeah, it'd be great, just one of the many movies that should have been bigger that wasn't. In terms of, do I have a keepsake that I kept from my parents? Well, when my parents died, and for those of you who, did he host In Search Of? I never saw that. When my parents died 2 months apart in '98, I get along with my brothers and sisters really well. We've always gotten along. And so, it wasn't like a swap meet. We all got to pick a colored sticker, and we would put our color. I had the red stickers, and we would just walk around my parents' house in Miami, and we would put our color sticker on whatever we wanted. So all I wanted was the pictures with horses. So that's what I got. And probably the one thing I have that I like means the most to me is my mom. Pretty close to when she died. I think it was my birthday. My mom died in January, so my birthday's in September. She bought me a watch, a Tag Heuer watch, which I still have. So, did you or YouTube take down your previous? I know what happened was I went to, but does life get as you get older? I feel like. I mean, it depends or sucks. I think I actually don't mind getting older. You know, I'm much more in tune with what I want and how I choose to get it. Whereas when you're younger, you're throwing shit against the walls. Do I wish I was 25? I mean, maybe from a physical body perspective, yeah, but I don't mind getting older. I took down my own YouTube because when I started it, I realized my phone was at 1% and I wasn't going to be able to do much more than 5 minutes. Not a smart gold digger. Did I miss something? He has his mom's leg bone. Hey-oh. Um, I mean, I did get one. It's not a Leroy Neiman painting, but whoever Leroy Neiman's competition was. Oh yeah, I mean, if my house is on fire, God forbid, I take that watch. Now, somebody, I'm not going to name names. Somebody accidentally took my mom's t-shirt she gave me. My mom gave me a New York Knicks t-shirt from like '89. It's probably a $20 shirt. But that shirt to me is worth $1 million. I would not sell that shirt for anything, but I don't have it. And then there was one. Let's see if I can show you guys this. It's not a Leroy Neiman painting. Let me make that clear. Where's Lo? She's just chilling right now. It's, let me see. See, there's one of the pictures with horses I took. Hold on. It's got cracked glass, but this is, I mean, I've got to believe that this is worth quite a lot. All I would need, look at that. I'm just chilling right there. Fuck yeah. Look at that face. That's my mama. Let's see what else do we have here. Oh, wait. Who's that? Let's interview that. Let's interview that glass. I'm alive and well. Where am I? Yeah, cracked glass. I mean, I am embarrassed by that. My mom was a beauty, to be honest with you. She was a. Yeah, I mean, my hair as a kid was pretty dope. No. I wish they touched me. I'd probably be funnier. Thank you, Richard, very much. So those are, to answer your question, or sucks. Those are probably, so I would say the watch, that painting, and the T-shirt my mom gave me. That somebody, I'm not going to say names because I don't like that. I don't like that in here. Somebody took on purpose. Well, she was a model, and back in the day. So, and my dad was a very good looking guy. I don't know what happened to me. Hey, maybe I'm adopted. Uh, I mean, I don't name names in here. But that's what happens when you sneak out in the cover of darkness. And, you know, she could have mailed it back to me. I mean, I'm not going to get into that, but, you know, she knew how much that t-shirt meant to me. Um, why did someone troll you with a Chandler Funko Pop? Um, you know, that's the nature of the internet, you know. I don't know. But I have no control over what fans buy me. So, you know. What up, Rudy? Leslie Jones and I almost got back together at AEW Wrestling, but I left. I was not going to wait an hour and a half for her and Eleanor. I will. Problem is, you know, they record it in like Burbank or somewhere, and it's just like, you know, I'm at the point now where I don't do a lot of free work anymore. You know, it's just the drive to Burbank for me is like 45 minutes each way, and then it's an hour. You know, I would never ask those guys for money, but I'm just saying, like, I'm sick of doing shit for free. Am I a bit sick? No, I'm not. That's just my voice is deep. Don't be too proud of this technological terror. The power of this battle station is insignificant to the power of the Force. Ooh, if I could be the new Darth Vader. Oh, the money that will forget it. But thank you for asking. I do have, here we go, hold on. Now, why Jordan is in here. These are some of the things, speaking of gifts, that fans send me. And don't you like how it's in New York right now? The Chandler doll? Is the grass greener? Here are some of the gifts that the great Jordan You know, my brother. Fuck yeah. And of course, the Cobra. I don't know, you know. I don't know. I know nothing. Hey, how's life without Earl? It sucks. Anyway, sorry about that. I mean, I don't think she liked Regal, so to be honest with you, I do have some vinyl records, but I'm not. I mean, here's the Comedy Store record player I have. Hey, look, there's my name. Um, What up, Justin? What up? I mean, I don't know who made that particular. It's not a Leroy Neiman painting, but it's whoever his Uh-oh. Look who's here. Lois. Be chilling right now. Lois is up. She's just chilling right now. Lois, look into the camera. I never did see Robin Williams. How dare you, Canyon Man? Go get some water, baby. Go get some water, baby. Yeah, Lois has a lot of mileage on her. But that's all right. Yes. You're in the wrong stream, Mr. Canyon Man, to slander my dog. I mean, she is 15 years old. What do you want her to look like, a fucking puppy? Let's see what you look like when when you're like 90. I'm sure you ain't gonna be a looker. Lois is the best. She got a couple years left in her, I think. I mean, the cough is essentially a collapsed trachea. I believe you are Earth Sucks, but I don't shill for money on here, unlike most people. I mean, Cody, that's like a joke I heard when I was 7 years old. So, and that was 1975, like 50 years ago. You just did a 50-year-old joke in my stream. Come on, man. Yeah, I mean, Lois has seen a lot of a lot. Trust me on that one. That's a fact, Jack. So, I mean, come on. You can do better than that, Cody. So, and it's he who goes to bed with an itchy butt wakes up with a black finger. I mean, at least you be accurate in doing a stolen joke. You're no Carlos Mencia, baby doll. I'll go with Latina. Because Latinas tend to have the biggest jugs, if you know what I'm saying. And I think you do. So, yes, 100% Chris. Lois, go back to sleepy, baby. We'll take her for a long walk later. She might need to go to the bathroom. See, she's no dummy. I don't break out too much, to be honest with you. Well, Canyon Man, that's the first thing you've said that's accurate. Lois, do you have to go pee-pee? She is a wild dog. See, she does. You gotta go pee-pee? All right, she's gotta go pee-pee. So this dog is so good that I have to go put on some sweats. We'll go up here in the darkness. And I'll put some pants on. And we will, hold on here. You guys can just look at that. I'll put some shoes on. Gotta get a hoodie on. And we shall walk Lois together. Whoa. What up, what up? I obtained Lois in 2011. She is a rescue. She was a victim of abuse. And I've had her ever since. She's gone through 4 girlfriends. And, you know, she's doing pretty good. I mean, for 15, she looks pretty good, to be frank. I mean, you guys hating on it. You guys are just haters, man. Okay. What's in there? Maybe I got another surprise from a fan. All right, Lois, hold on. I gotta put her leash on. No, come on. Move out. All right. Let's go for a walk. Come on, Lois, let's go. Okay. We'll go out the back door. I'm sure some of you in the stream are used to that. Hit the like and subscribe button, please. I think it's, I guess, I don't know what the pool hours are, to be honest with you. Here we go. It's a nice night out, not too cold. See, she had to pee right away. This dog really is the best. It's a lot of pee for a little dog. Well, let's just go this way. Come on. Thank you, Matt. Welcome to the stream. I'm sure you're wondering what kind of stream is this? You know, it's really a stream that's about everything and nothing at the same time. I mean, she just communicates with me. Now, most dogs at 15, sadly, you know, they lose their ability to, you know, hold it in. But Lois can actually hold it in. Like, if I would have streamed from inside for the next 2 hours, she would have held it in. She's very good at holding it in. So we'll just do a little West Hollywood stroll. And see what's going on in the nightlife. This is, for those of you wondering, this is a street called San Vicente. We're coming up upon Santa Monica Boulevard. Yes, the Baby Godzilla joke is a Skakel classic. I mean, Godzilla was kind of an abusive father, if you know what I'm saying. Now, Wednesday night is kind of an interesting night in West Hollywood. It's almost the start of the weekend. You know, all right, hold on. There's some music here, so I'm going to mute the sound for a second. Come on. Sorry about that. I try and avoid my channel getting dinged with the music when I can. So here's the big dog park. Little dog park is down the way a bit. Let's get a baggie just in case. I'm a responsible dog owner. Oh, the things that happen in this park late at night. Oh boy. Yes, the story about Carol Shelby's wife is it's an all-timer. It's a Skakel classic, as they say in the business. %. Come on, let's move out. Now, a couple of weeks ago, they had a full-on ice skating rink right here. $500,000 spent to put an ice skating rink. I mean, it meant nothing. It wasn't for a promotion or it just... And this city wonders why it's a shithole. How about spending $500,000 fixing the potholes in the streets that make it feel like you're driving on Edward James Olmos' face half the time? Oh, the amount of fucking that's gone on in this park. Lois loves the grass. Come on, Lois, let's go. Come on, Lois. Come on. See, she can run when she has to. It's a Lois, not Luis. Don't you make my dog trans. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Hey. This is the world's first superpowered semen collector. There's the West Hollywood Library. How many cities have a library that takes up a full city block? All good, Saks Fifth. I'm just kidding around. Now it's about 11:30 in West Hollywood, so this is a good time to walk her. You know, with each hour it gets a little freakier. Trust me on that one. I know Jordan knows. This is a very famous boulevard, Robertson Boulevard. It's not quite, it's West Hollywood, but just on the outskirts of Beverly Hills. It's kind of a weird street. Like this particular section is all businesses that I never see anybody in. Total money laundering shenanigans. Now this store right here with the neon lights used to be like a really high-end sneaker store that, let me put this politically incorrectly, catered towards the yo-yo-yo types. I remember I went in there, saw a really nice pair of Air Jordans, so I said to the guy, hey, do you have these in a 13? He's like, I do if you have $15,000. So they were selling shit like that. No wonder they went out of business. Yes, that's basically what that park is. Now, here's a very interesting place. This is Dog Pound Fitness. So, like, whenever Taylor Swift is in town, this is where she works out. I don't think I'm doxing her. Everyone knows she works out here. And that driveway right there, Justin Bieber works out here as well. They just pull their Lamborghini or whatever they drive right in there. There's probably someone famous in there right now because the lights are still on. And come on, Lois. It's it's 11:30 at night. Now I used to go to this restaurant back in the heyday. It was called Babylon, and let's just say I made quite a few reservations there for dates. Now, if you like Vanderpump Rules, here is the flagship restaurant of that, the Sur Lounge. Obviously, I don't know if this restaurant's legit or not, because what restaurant in LA closes at 11:30 on a Wednesday night? Now, here is an iconic location The corner location, that right there, with the lights in the windows. The original John Varvatos. I had a lot of good times in that building. And now it's, I think some French clothing store is taking it over. Here's another, fuck it, I'm gonna jaywalk. Here's another restaurant I've had a lot of dates at. Ciccone's. Great Italian restaurant. Very romantic. A lot of high-end restaurants here. There you go. Nice restaurant right in there. And here's another restaurant, The Butcher's Daughter. Haven't been there yet. I went to the one in Venice with someone who shall not be named. Here's another very high-end restaurant, Drake's. I have yet to been in there. And of course, here is the house that Earl built. We will not be going to the Viper Room tonight because, so here is the new location of John Varvatos. This area was not affected by the fires. Great wood-beamed ceiling. Kind of an industrial look, but then you've got some very cool rock and roll pictures here. Take you to the front window. I don't know about this outfit. I mean, none of those are really my style. I mean, this is it's a look. I'll say that. I don't know if I could work that. I mean, maybe this jacket. Yes, I have spent quite a few dollars at that location. Here's another popular eatery, Catch. A lot of influencers go there. Used to be, I think, much more popular right before the pandemic. But still in business. I mean, it's tough to, I think someone said since January 1st, 110 restaurants in LA County alone have gone out of business. But Catch is one of them. You go up those stairs and they're so that's you know, if you're ever in West Hollywood, I can't say I would recommend Catch because they made me and someone who shall not be named wait 2.5 hours on my birthday, and we had reservations, and they literally sat everyone but us. So finally she started crying, and I was like, let's just get out of here. Lois, where would you like to go? Oh, did you say? Sorry, dude. It's hard to. Did you watch Dynamite Moxley match? I have not. I did love. We'll take a walk through the neighborhood. Come on, Lois is pee-peeing right now, so we'll just. Hold on, Lois. Lois, come on. Go pee right there. Lois is pee-peeing. I am not friends with Seth Green. I think he's come to the Comedy Store once or twice. Oh, okay. I loved the first match with Ricochet, Orange Cassidy, Mark Davis, and Speedball Mike Bailey. I don't know who that is, but that guy's pretty good. So that's an interesting way they ended that match with the double, what would you call it? The double count out. And I'm gonna guess, like, you know me, Jordan, I'm a big, okay, I don't know, did he used to tag with him in New Japan or somewhere else? Oh, okay, never mind then. See, I never really watched New Japan, because I don't know, I never got into it until the Omega Jericho match a couple years ago, and then I sporadically watch it. Now, there was a big home invasion robbery on this street. That house right there. Yeah, I mean, he looked very familiar to me, but I don't know. I don't recall ever watching him. Maybe it was in TNA, but he's definitely fun to watch. And the four of those guys had good chemistry. Where's Buddy Matthews been? How's it? I wouldn't mind seeing Buddy Matthews against Omega. Come on, Lois. Lois, come on. Because initially, a lot of people, this is a nice house here. Let's check this out. Now, these homes go for about $4 to $6 million. So this is a newer construction home. You know. I don't think, you can see there's a lot of boxes there. So this is a new home. You can tell those are probably the appliances. I don't know who Carla is. So that's probably about a $5 million home. Now the lots here are not that big, but you're essentially paying for the location. Yeah, I like him. I mean, like I said, like Ryan said, Jordan, I don't know how he wrestles barefoot, but it didn't seem to affect him. And he did that one, I don't think I've ever seen this move before, like a rapid-fired kicking. And then Orange Cassidy kind of mocked him for it. And okay, I'll have to check that out. See, that's the weird thing about AEW is, like, and he'd be a guy that you could showcase on Rampage, but I understand. Lois is taking a breather right now. I understand why you can't, I'll assume Rampage lost a lot of money because how they would do Rampage is they would do it after Dynamite. So the crowd was dead for most of the matches, to be honest with you. Like I remember when I went to Bakersfield, you know, I was gassed by the time Rampage hit. She going pee-pee right now. But you know, everyone's like, well, Tony Khan's a billionaire. He should have kept it going. You know, billionaires don't like to lose money. But that should be a good match with Omega. I'm going to assume Omega is not going to have a singles match anytime soon. You know, he's probably still hurting. You know, they just need a hot storyline. That's really all they need. You know, they need like their Cena heel, you know, story that get people into the product. But I mean, I think at Dynasty, the match is like a three-way now. So it's him, Ricochet, and Speedball Mike Bailey. So I'm assuming, you know, he'll get his, you know, the Omega moves in, and then they'll, you know, he'll get to rest a little bit more in a three-way. And I'm going to assume keep the belt. Although I'm really liking Ricochet as a heel. Well, who doesn't love a good three-way? Hey-oh! We'll go down this street. And, you know, the only way I think AEW right now could steal viewers from WWE is if they either brought in Shane McMahon, which absolutely would take viewers away from WWE, or Tony Khan just offered Lesnar a crazy amount of money, because I think Lesnar's a free agent right now. And that's about it. You know, there just aren't that many names out there that, you know, WrestleMania, you just got to kind of keep it afloat. Now I got to watch that, you know, where I cut off watching Dynamite tonight was the Mercedes. Who is that girl Mercedes fought? They kind of seem to be building her up. She looks, come on. She looks very young. And when is Sky Blue coming back? I liked her. I mean, my heart is with Harley Cameron, but, you know, they're all taken. All these girls are taken. Like the Ian Hunter song says, all of the good ones are taken. Oh, okay. I mean, I figure since she's so young, she's probably the hot new girl on the indie scene. I mean, my only exposure to the indie scene is GCW. And I gotta be honest with you, GCW puts on some great shows. And they usually have a real banger of a main event. They've got a great bad guy. Fuck, I wish I knew his name. He wrestles in like a wife beater tank top and like boots. Great bad guy. Well, what's her baggage? I don't know. Like, I know the name. And where's Camille? Like, you know, that's what I don't understand. You build Camille up to be like this China-like heel, and then she's off TV for 4 months. I just don't get that. Same thing with Wardlow. There's like no explanation about Wardlow. I mean, that guy's like a perfect combo of like Mike Awesome and Goldberg. And then he's been off TV for like a year. There's no mention of him. Well, they are trying to, I think they're trying to get Cage and Archer into a program with the Hurt Syndicate. Because those guys are really the only two guys on the roster that look like they could put up a fight with the Hurt Syndicate. I mean, it's just not really very believable that anyone on the roster could beat the Hurt Syndicate. And I know wrestling's like fucking fake and stuff, but you still want the believability. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm sure that shit won't fly in WWE. I mean, I heard the same thing about Britt Baker, that she was kind of a cunt. But I tell you, when I met her at the Grove, she seemed really nice, but, you know, I don't know. What's up, JT? What's up? What up, St. Ranger? Not a good sign that Catch is closed. See, like back in the day, pre-pandemic, they'd be open till 2 a.m. I mean, I think Hogan's finished. Just, you talk about too much baggage. Plus, the guy can't fucking move. You know, wrestling, there's always a redemption arc for any of those guys, but, you know, Hogan just has way too much baggage. No, the Grove is not an arena. It's just a shopping mall. Now let's get Lois some good activity here. Let's get her some steps. Now, these are some steep steps. Come on, buddy. See? Look at that. Don't tell me my dog is old. She's chilling. She's hopping. She's doing the hop. Come on, Lois. It's like Rocky. She's climbing up the steps like Rocky. Fuck yeah. She tapped out a little bit toward the end, but that's all right. Now, my friend told me that there was a basketball gym here. So let's do some investigating. Of course, we'll probably walk in on two guys blasting each other, but, you know, nothing I can do about that. I mean, this is still the library. Who goes to a library anyway? Jesus Christ, man. Oh, I guess this is the entrance. This is a pretty nice library. Oh, let me see if I missed anything. Yeah, I mean, I like Brian Cage. And let me tell you, man, let's see our elected officials here. Horribly run city. All these people, just fucking wolves in sheep's clothing. Awful. I mean, look at this. This is a fucking library, man. Oh, wow, there is a gym there. Only the city of West Hollywood would have a basketball gym and a library. Interesting. I'll have to come back here tomorrow. I mean, he was okay. I mean, the guy before him, Gray Davis, was fucking horrible. Now, I'm not very political, but the Democrats, they got no excuse. The whole state is Democratic. You should be able to do everything you want with no pushback from the Republicans because the Democrats are in power. They run everything. So anyone could have done better than Gray Davis. Yeah, I mean, when a Democrat's recalled in a Democratic state, that shows you how bad a governor he was. He's awful, man. I mean, it's like a retarded person getting kicked out of the KISS Army. Ho! Ho! All right, Lois, let's cut through the grass. You like the grass better. See, we're at like a 40-minute walk. She's moving pretty good. Tell me my dog is old? Shit. But I mean, my point is that, and it's like the same for the Republicans in Texas. Democrats should get everything done they want. I mean, like, it's fucking insane. I mean, well, she is 15. But, like, I could say she got a couple more years left. But, when small dogs go down, they go down fast. But me and the ex I share her with, we do a great job of, keeping her up. All right, there's music here. Hold on, Lois, hold on. So I'm going to turn the volume off so I don't get dinged, babies. The volume will be off for a minute. Come on, Lois, move out. Deborah. Hold on, Lois. Yeah, Lois don't give a fuck. She'll run right through everybody. She's a soldier. Lois is a soldier. Make way for the puppy. All right, we are at the tail end of the walk. Thank you very much. So thank you guys. Hit the like and subscribe button as the Earlverse stream powers down. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the people who retweeted my last few roast tweets. And tomorrow I have a meeting with a big manager. So hopefully good things are ahead. Because I'm a fucking soldier. I'm Rambo in the hardware store. Nothing is over. And we will plow through all obstacles. Look at that baby. Look at that tail wagging. Whoa, whoa. Get him, Lois. Uh-oh. Lois. Look at that empty food bowl. Hold on, Lois. Be cool. Be cool. Do a few more minutes for you guys, since you guys are soldiers. We're all soldiers in the Earl Army. I hope you have a ghostly night. I'm not sure what that means. Is that child talk for good night? Then I'll take that. Well, this is a pop screen because the Neumann 103 mic is underneath there, and because of the hardwood floors, the Neumann 103 mic is almost too good of a mic for my room. So, oh, wait, hold on. We got a super chat. Sharky Q, $1.99. Lois is more like Carl Lewis. She runs so fast. She does. I mean, for a 15-year-old dog, she still cooks. What's your bench at these days? I mean, to be honest with you, like in my heyday of lifting, I could do 225 like 10 times. Now I could do 225 maybe 2 to 3 times. And so it's not a lot when you see 19-year-olds. I think that one kid at the NFL Combine did like 225 like 54 times. Like, that's insane. But he also was like about 200 pounds heavier than me. But I still can pump out 110-pound dumbbell bench press about 6-7 times. That's a lot for me. So, for 56, am I as strong as I used to be? No. But, I'm not that, I'm probably stronger than most 56-year-olds. I mean, but then you have MVP, who is, I think he's 51. He did 225 like 12 times the other day. It was just like easy for him. So, yeah, I mean, I do have a nice voiceover setup. A lot of voiceover work since the pandemic is done from your house.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
So, how's Lois's cough doing? Our best wishes from England. Thank you, Stuart. It's not bad. We just went for about an hour walk. She didn't cough once. But as soon as she's done eating, she'll probably start coughing. So it's really nothing we can do about it. Me and my ex, we take good care of her. It's just a trachea that you can't really. You could do surgery on it if she was like 2 years old, but at 15, I'm not going to do that. So, well, I mean, it's impressive for 56, but I try to do, because it's been a while since I've done 225, like on the straight bench. On the incline, which for me has always been easier, I could do 225 like 4 to 5 times. Well, you might be better. I'm not great at lifting weights. I don't have a great weightlifting body, Saint Ranger. I have super long arms for my height. So they're very, I mean, I guess you can't really tell, but there's not like, they're very like, not skinny, but, they're lanky, and that's not a great body type for Dirk Diggler, $4.99. Fun taking a walk with you guys. Thank you very much, Dirk. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, 15 is, right around when they start having problems. And Lois, she's got a heart murmur. She's got fluid in her lungs and a little bit of a collapsed trachea. So it's, it is what it is. So it's just, you just try and make her comfortable. And I exercise her a lot. And we feed her great food. My ex has 2 cats. And Lois spends half the year with her. And she loves cats. Donnie and Darla. So, no, I understand what you're saying, Saint Ranger. I was just saying that I'm not overly muscular. I definitely inherited my dad's upper body. My dad was very lanky, but strong as an ox. And I inherited my mom's lower body. She had these massive legs for someone who was 5'5". So in the 80s and 90s, when I was squatting 600 pounds with relative ease, and which is really good for someone who never did steroids or any of that stuff, my nickname at the gym was Baby Platz. Where can I get a Judge Dredd gun? Or you can send me one. I mean, just like someone sent me this to troll me from New York. They're both from New York. So, no, I mean, my mom had big, big thighs. A Judge Dredd gun. I'd like to, yeah, I mean, I'll give you my home address, you know. But please hit the like and subscribe button. I mean, I never saw the remake. And since Rob Schneider was in Judge Dredd, uh, I'll go with Judge Dredd Stallone style. Rob tells a funny story that, I forget what movie Rob did after Judge Dredd, but he was already filming it. And Stallone didn't like the death scene with him and Rob. So he flew Rob up to like some studio in Seattle and they had to reshoot the ending. So, well, my form wasn't the greatest, but what's really impressive about squatting 600 pounds in the mid 90s. So I was, what was I, about 27, 28 years old. I tore my ACL when I was 23 and I never knew it. I was misdiagnosed by the LA Raiders doctor. So all throughout the 90s, from 91 to 2004, I had no ACL. So I was basically squatting 600 pounds with one leg. So that's kind of the impressive part. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't Quadzilla, I was Baby Platz. Google Tom Platz for the reference. Baby Platz. We're already at the hour and a half mark. We're going to go to the 100-minute mark. So 9 more minutes, guys. And then you woke up, right? I'm not sure what you're referring to, Timothy. Skakel, on your opinion, you agree P. Diddy deserves to be on life in prison? Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And, all these people ain't lying. If you got one or two accusers, you could sales pitch me, maybe they're gold diggers, they're lying. But when you have literally 100, I don't think they're all lying. Yeah, Tom Platz. I mean, he was my favorite bodybuilder. I used to be really into bodybuilding in the mid to late 80s because I worked out at Gold's Gym. So I'd see these guys. And they were just larger than life. I mean, I remember once when I was probably in the height of my strength, when I was bench pressing 225, probably 8 to 12 times, but usually about 10. And Lou Ferrigno, now that was my max, or not my max, but that was like, I'm fucking strong. But I would warm up with like one plate on each side, like 3 or 4 times, or 3 or 4 sets of like 10, and then, you go up to 185, and then you put 225. Lou Ferrigno walked in and started working out right next to me, put on 225 as a warm-up. Now, I don't remember how many reps he did, but it just seemed like 100. Like he was just doing it like nothing. And then he like got up to 315. And it was pretty impressive. Yeah, I mean, Kevin Smith, are you an Arnold fan? Yeah, Platz is quad. He never won the Olympia just because his legs overshadowed his upper body. And if you look at Tom, you look like a final boss villain. I'll take that. If you look at Tom Platz's upper body, it's not like he was tiny. And my second favorite bodybuilder of that era was the Golden Boy, Bob Paris, who was the first openly gay bodybuilder. He had like that perfect Frank Zane type symmetrical body. I only really play one video game, and that's NCAA College Football 2025. I just like how you can build your team and you have to recruit, and if you have a bad season, you can get fired. Dorian Yates was like, I mean, there's Dorian Yates, there's with Flex Wheeler, Ronnie Coleman was like the black Dorian Yates, but now look at how Ronnie Coleman ended up. The guy can barely fucking walk. What about transgender bodybuilder? I mean, I've been in a gym with Ronnie Coleman, but I've never met him. Yeah, yeah, you know. Well, no, I mean, I met Bob Paris once at a bookstore in Brentwood, and I walked up to him. I'm like, "Hey, man, I just want you to know, uh, you're the reason I drink Joe Weider's Dynamic Body Shaper." And he looks at me and goes, "I don't drink that shit." I'm like, "Oh, fuck. I've wasted a lot of money then." Um, so, I mean, I definitely feel at 56, I'm in the best shape I've ever been in. Um, I have met Corey Feldman. Corey Feldman judged a roast battle I was on. He was pretty funny. He's real coked up. He had two like hot babes with him, and I remember they get up at one point in the middle of the judging, and I'm like, "Hey Corey, where are you going to powder your nose with those two?" He's like, "Well, that's more than you'll do with them," and he got me. I said, "Touche." Uh, don't worry about where I'm from. What are you going to come over? I'm from California. Sorry, I'm reading as many of the free questions as I can. If I miss one, I'm sorry. If you really want me to answer your question, super chat me. An hour and a half in, that's the first time I've asked for money. I mean, some of you people with your demands in the stream, I mean, unbelievable. Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, Michael Jackson, like, Corey Feldman, I mean, like, listen, I was raised by my mom to say, you can't say anyone is this unless you've seen it, but come on. Well, welcome to India. Tell all your friends about me, and maybe I'll go play India. I don't imagine my comedy would do well in India, but you pay me, I'm a comedy assassin. I'll go to where I go. 100% innocent till proven guilty, but like, when you've got like 50 accusers, I'd like to think that at least one of them is telling the truth. Well, but a lot of it's Stockholm syndrome with a lot of those people. I mean, I know people who've been assaulted, let's just say, and they still talk to their accuser. I had an ex, some of you know her, not the last one, but a couple exes ago, who, when we dated, she told me at least 5 or 6 comics fucked her before she was 18, and she was still trying to keep in touch with all of them. It's like, don't you realize what happened to you with these fucking pigs? And she didn't see it that way. So there you go. Um, oh, 100%. It's sad, but and then a guy like me comes along, and after a few months, oh my God, this guy's so nice and sweet. This one in particular actually got bored because I was nice to her. And she like started, we broke up like 3 times, and then she started telling people I hit her. Like, what? Damn. Yeah, maybe that's my new impression. Ron Simmons. Damn. Um, oh, I mean, you want to hear the ultimate sad story. I'm a big fan of the original movie, The Bad News Bears, 1976. So I think they did the sequel in 77 and then the third movie in 79. But from the original movie to the second movie, the sequel, they fired the catcher, the original Engelbert, for losing weight and getting taller. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, and if you look at, if you watch What's Happening now, I don't think Fred Berry was a child actor, but he was pretty young, early 20s, maybe 20 when What's Happening was on. The first couple seasons specifically, all fat jokes, like all fat jokes. And you could tell even on camera it was bothering him, but sure was a couple bucks in the pocket. Um, so, you know, butter me. Well, even the line I remember in the Bad News Bears is when they're helping Walter Matthau clean the pool, and Engelbert's sleeping on the diving board, and he's like, "Don't jump in the pool, Engelbert. You may flood the valley." That's pretty funny. Never met Corey Haim. I've met Corey Feldman a few times. There used to be a great rock and roll club, the Cat Club on Sunset. It's basically right up the street. And Thursday nights was the jam night. And so you'd see like CC DeVille from Poison. The club was owned by Slim Jim Phantom of the Stray Cats. So, he always had some really, Tracy Guns would show up, Steven Adler from Guns N' Roses. So it was pretty cool. I liked all three Bad News Bears movies. The second one I liked as well. I didn't like the second Engelbert as much as I liked the first one, but I liked the storyline. The third one where they go to Japan, I didn't like as much. The kids were really starting to grow up. From 76 to 79, a kid's really going to grow. Have you ever met Sebastian Bach? I sat next to him at Kiss concerts. He's a big Kiss fan, so I always seem to bump into him at Kiss shows. I don't know who you would get to play Sloth. Rest in peace, John Matuszak, the great John Matuszak. He died way too young, 1989. I think he was only like in his early 30s or something, maybe 39. And I knew his girlfriend at the time he died. She was trying to get him clean, but it was just too late. Can you imagine the amount of cocaine John Matuszak did? Why do you think all the Beach Boys guys went crazy? Super successful band. They got all the money in the world they want, all the girls, all the drugs. And they probably fucking hated each other, but realized they had to work with each other to make the most money. So I'm sure they just lost their minds. To me, Walter Matthau, his best movie is The Bad News Bears. It was just so, 100%. But look at Matuszak. What was he, about 6'8", 300 pounds? So can you imagine the amount of coke he had to do to get a buzz going? The 70s and 80s guys, they went hard. Yeah, Platz is 32 inches. That's like, my waist is probably 34 inches. So but like his leg workouts were legendary. They say, I don't know if it's an urban legend or if it's actually true, that he would throw up after every leg workout, or sometimes in the middle of every leg workout. Oh, I used to walk by the Odyssey. It was right by the Beverly Center. Next time I do a walk and talk in that area, I'll show it to you. The funny thing is the Odyssey is now a Lens Crafters. Yes, Odyssey was Eddie Nash's nightclub. And, it was a weird, because that neighborhood is still kind of the same. It's kind of a residential neighborhood, but on Beverly Boulevard, there's businesses. And Eddie Nash also owned the Starwood, which is on Santa Monica and Crescent Heights. So, and John Matuszak, he was in one of my favorite episodes of Miami Vice. I think it's season 3, Viking Bikers from Hell, with Sonny Landham, the Indian from Predator, and the great Reb Brown, who was the first Captain America on TV, though. And he was also in Happy Days, and of course my favorite film, Big Wednesday. So, there were a lot of drugs in my high school. I didn't personally see anyone take acid, but I saw a lot of cocaine. So yeah, the Odyssey was a weird club because, it was like underage club, like 18 and over, whereas most clubs are 21. It was 18 and over, but like it was well known that there were kids as young as 12 in there. And I think that Eddie Nash, he had a sweetheart deal with the cops. He had a working relationship with the cops. Yeah, I mean, can you? Um, Tom Platz is just on another level. I was just never tempted. But I think when they raided Eddie Nash's house, they found that he had all these secret police files. So he was in bed with the cops. I mean, um, Eddie Nash, and this is one of the more impressive things about Eddie Nash, is that at one point he had like close to 30 liquor licenses. 30. I mean, that's insane. To have one or two is a lot. But to have 30, because he owned like, I think the location where Kimmel was at used to be a strip club, and he had his hands in everything. Gay bars, underage, or not underage bars, but under 21 bars. Of course, the Starwood is iconic in music in the late 70s and early 80s. It's where Van Halen got their start. It's where Quiet Riot got their start. It's where Motley Crue met, when Nikki Sixx was playing in London, which is the pre-Motley Crue band. And Eddie Nash was probably the number one cocaine dealer in the U.S., definitely on the West Coast. And he just, he had his hands in anything that would make him money, And, when his clubs would start losing money, he would just torch them for the insurance. So let me message Sam Tripoli right now while it's in my brain. Whoa. Me and Tripoli are cool. I would love to talk about Eddie Nash with Sam Tripoli. Hold on. I got something interesting to say. I was reading on, that he released the, the JFK files, and I was reading on RFK stuff, and they say that Sirhan had a mysterious meeting with a rich Palestinian a couple weeks before the assassination, and there have been a few people who've said that it was Eddie Nash. So, yes, Eddie Nash was loosely played by Alfred Molina in Boogie Nights, and then played to perfection by Eric Bogosian in Wonderland. Because Eric Bogosian kind of looks like Eddie Nash. Alfred Molina didn't really look like him. But, let's get to 100 likes, guys. For another 10 minutes. If I go another 10 minutes, let's get to 100 likes. That's my benchmark. And I remember I had a guest on my podcast who was in the 80s scene. And I said, hey, you knew Eddie Nash, right? Now, this was a no video podcast. So it was just audio. And he shot me a look. He turned ghost white when I mentioned his name. And he was like, no, not Crosby. That would be a cool group. Crosby, Stills, and Eddie Nash. Hello. So it'd be a different spin on the music. I'll tell you that much. And I did a little tour of his, the one. I'll do it again maybe. I'm trying to figure out how I could have my phone stable, and I'll do a drive tour. I won't talk or look at the messages, but I'll go from the Wonderland house to Eddie Nash's house. Because I've studied a few YouTube channels, and there's some YouTube channels where they get big fucking numbers where they don't talk. They just go the drive. They just drive. But I'm wondering how to keep the phone that steady. Yes, Eddie Nash. Apparently, Eddie Nash was such a freak that he every girl in the town who knew he had cocaine would go up to his house, and he would never charge them for cocaine. What he would do is take a huge dump, and then he wouldn't wipe, and he would tell these girls, "You want some drugs? You got it. I'm not going to charge you, but you got to lick my ass clean." I mean, that's a freak, man. We'll do another 10 minutes, guys, and that's it. 2-hour stream for $6.98. You guys really are lucky that I'm such a good guy. Drop a special on YouTube, bro. I'm working on it, Step Aside Jesus, but it's not as easy as you think. I just talked about that today with the manager I'm meeting with tomorrow. So, about the licking the booty hole for some cocaine. I mean, but it was the 70s and early 80s. I mean, it was just a different vibe back then. I mean, in the 70s, you could fuck an underage girl and it was considered cool. And plus all the freaks that were in Eddie Nash's life. I mean, you had Van Halen and Motley Crue and Rat and all these bands that popped in the Quiet Riot. They were all going to his clubs, and then you had like the John Holmes porn angle. You had cops on the payroll. I mean, he was like had his fingers in every cookie jar. I don't know much about Billy Wilkerson. I'm surprised Tarantino. I mean, they did do Wonderland. I do think a standalone documentary on Nash would be fantastic. Plus, his bodyguard was like a 300-pound karate expert, Gregory Dials. So what make you think I should pay you? Why don't you pay me? I can already tell by the way you type a sentence that I'm not paying you to do anything. Get out of my stream. Okay, I didn't know that. I'll have to check that out. Yes, I will do a Laurel Canyon Nashland tour as soon as I figure out a way to prop up my phone. I'm not going to do a Felicia Gillespie and get in an accident reading a 99-cent super chat. So as soon as I figure out a way, because I've noticed that some of these streamers, they'll just take a drive on Sunset and they'll get like 100,000 views, and they don't even talk. So, yes, he was a Palestinian. Well, then you better leave if you came here for comedy. Come see me at the Comedy Store. This is not, what am I supposed to do? Tell jokes for 2 hours for $6.98? You want me to do jokes for $6.98? That's not even minimum wage. I'm getting paid to do this stream tonight like a kid making Nikes in Mexico right now. Shit. Yeah, jokes ain't free, baby. Like, I understand you don't think this stream is funny. I respect that. But then leave the stream. Go to Ray DeVito's stream. Laugh a minute there. Okay, I don't know who that is. Well, see, there we go. See, Jesse, we can that was the joke. The kid making Nikes in Mexico. There you go. You fired me up, Jesse. I apologize for coming in hot. I was going to end the stream right now. I'm going to go to an hour and 20 minutes. Have you ever met an actual vampire, Earl? No, I have not, to be honest with you. We're going to go another 6 minutes. 6 minutes. I mean, I'm just kidding around. You guys know I'm a troll too. I'm trolling the trolls. Do you think about actual? I mean, I don't think they do, but like, I'm not just because I don't think they do doesn't mean they don't. I went to my first drugstore in the late 70s. It was an old Victorian house near Haight Street. Members had a code name to get past the door guy who was inside the main doorway. Fun times. I mean, 100% trolls run YouTube. I get it. But I can have fun back, you know. And it's looking like we're not going to get to 100 likes, but I'll live. I'll live. Oh, well, I mean, I'm sure his channel's a lot more successful than mine. Energy vampires are definitely real at the Comedy Store. Yeah, I don't do special requests. You gotta super chat me for special requests. I mean, I will do this for free though.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
But that's my well. I've had a bad day too, Jesse. But welcome to the Earlverse. Hit the like and subscribe button, and I guarantee you your day will be better. I did go to Schwab's drugstore. I mean, I've never seen a real vampire, but just because I haven't seen it doesn't mean they don't exist. Oh, Donut Glazer. Anyone named Donut Glazer, I don't really care what you think about my teeth. And I just brushed my teeth, you Momo. Let me check out your channel, Donut Glazer. Let's see what you got. Nothing. Let me check out your picture, Donut Glazer. Let's see what a looker you are. All right, well, I don't know. No, I wish it was.
But I could be. EA Sports. It's in the game.
4 more minutes, guys. Get your last-minute trolls in, last-minute questions or whatever. Do you think you can take acid without going insane? Seems like many guitar players in the 60s lost their marbles. I did not floss tonight. You got me there, brother. You got me there. I thought you were. I was amazed. I wish. I mean, that guy made a pretty penny. I can assure you he made more than $6.98. Arby's, we've got the meats. It's in the game. I mean, that is the first 2 letters of my name. EA.
EA. It's in my name.
No, Hank, we don't do the homosexual talk in here. We don't do all caps in here, Donut Glazer. We don't do all caps in here. Only Peter Chicken Man Brennan gets... well, my mom's been dead for 24 years, so it's probably not in my mom. She's buried well below the surface of the earth. Most people are buried 6 feet under the ground. My mom was buried 12 feet, so she wouldn't have to talk to any of you guys. Hello! All right, we got 2 more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes. And then I'm going to take a long, hot shower. That's all right, some dude. It's all good, baby doll. What are your thoughts on Perry? And I find Perry Caravello to be the most unfunny person I've ever met in my life. I don't find what's going on with him to be funny in the least. Well, thank you. Coming from someone who's been on YouTube for a year and doesn't have 1 subscriber, your opinion of my comedy really means a lot to me. And when you get your name on the wall at the Comedy Store, when you've been on every network for your comedy, then you can talk shit about my comedy. But, have a good time trolling. And go to Ray DeVito's stream. Well, your mom liked the way I smelled last night. Hell, you're out of here, Donald Glazer. Glazer. Thank God we've got 1 more minute. Donald, get in 1 last shot. I'm giving you your shot. Be funny. You said I'm not funny. You show me how it's done. You got one last shot to be funny. Okay, you sent me 2 hearts. That's good enough. Let's just leave. Let's leave on a good note, you and me, Donut Glazer. And I'm calling you Donald. Donald Glazer. Donut Glazer. What the hell's the difference? Hit the like and subscribe button on your way out, guys. Yeah, cream pie glazer. That is crass, Chris. I agree with you there. You guys, the trolls came in late tonight. You know, we had a nice stream the first hour, and then little by little, the trolls came in. Did Andy Samberg steal your act? I don't know. I don't listen to Andy Samberg's comedy, to be frank. So I don't know. Well, Trollmonger, you know, I was a little worried when you came in here, but I thought, you know what? Let's see what he's got. I mean, Donut Glazer, you've used that line like 3 times. And judging on your profile picture, you're probably don't have great dental work yourself. Probably on that government cheese, if you know what I'm saying. All right, you guys. Thank you, Trollmonger. Earl Skakel has, thank you, Step Aside Jesus. I can't even roast you, dude. I don't even know what you look like. So, that's not racist. That's realist. See ya. I'll always get the last word.